Hello everyone. It's been a long time since we uploaded our first video, but we had some work. So finally we came up with the idea for our second video, that is the newly released Swarm. And this was a tool that was recently released by OpenAI themselves. It's been some days, I think. I think it was released last week, as you can see from the comment, but I've got to try it out for the past 1 2 days. We haven't really used much, me and Arsis included, but we're excited to try it out on the go. So Arsis, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think it is good,
Yeah.
but it is mostly similar to like other framework that we used earlier, like
Hmm.
AutoGen and AutoGPT. I guess the main objective of
The GPT?
AutoGPT, like
I think it goes more in line with multi-agents LangChain. Uh, Yeah.
yeah, it is not mostly similar to the like LangChain and
Hmm.
that as in they're not mostly related with the LangChain only, right? Because we can just do anything with this. So I think it is mostly the multi-agent, and
Yeah.
where we used to like create an agent to do some particular kind of the tasks, and so that is what I think it was. And
Yeah.
this is now it is made by OpenAI, so I think this is how it should work around it, because now every like they are just making the models or preparing the models to simulate like agentic form as well. So I
Yeah.
think that will help this model. So they have this release that is GitHub repo, I guess. I'm seeing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's mostly just to push the agenda of more people using their own models, like in the Swarm as well. Like for now, since this is just released, there are no plug and play for our own local models itself.
Mhm.
So we have to use it. It's very experimental and educational at this point, but I'm sure they'll make it somewhat more production level in the coming few days because
Mhm.
this seems to be really interesting in some ways. Uh, Maybe we can dive down into it right now.
Mhm.
So I think the main idea of it is it's just about orchestrating agents and handoffs and routine. So basically, it's just that you're orchestrating your workflow. So that's the main concept. So in a regular workflow, what may happen is that uh, we have multiple prompts going on, and like some prompts tells the model to do one thing, the other prompt might tell it to do the other thing. So that bridge between two prompts or bridge between two actions were not there, as in like officially from OpenAI. That is, like
Mhm.
other tools were there, but not from OpenAI. But in this, it's very simple in a way. So these instructions that an agent can have are considered to be routines in
Mhm.
some way because it contains a certain routine. So this is a very simple example that they've provided, but you can give a long list of instructions here, as in like we can tell it to maybe read an image,
Mhm.
do something with that image,
Mhm.
process that image, and give an output in a certain format. And
Mhm.
we can make it very strict in that manner.
Mhm.
So a lot of things can be done. So these are routines, and handing off is like maybe if there's a function, you can transfer it to another agent, or you can call a function that does something. So that's basically the concept of handoffs and routines in an agent. You got anything to add, Ashish?
Mhm. I think this that's prepared in the recent model of the OpenAI, which is like GPT-4o, I guess.
Photo. Yeah, yeah,
And with Windows, we just type everything like prepare me the JSON format or something like that, and we just try to call in different agent for the preparing the our that JSON format. So I think
yeah,
they have used that as well in GPT-4, in the recent publish of their website, I guess.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
And
Uh,
other similar similar thing that I just see is orchestrating our agent, which
yeah,
was combining everything to give the result. Like it was earlier in, I think earlier when the agent was released, we
yeah,
just used to like surf the internet for the result, right? Like
yeah, yeah. Web search
web
agent.
search
Yeah,
like 4 or 5 website. We just used to get a first 5 links of an first website on the Google search, and we just
yeah,
used to iterate and find the best result what is suitable for our query. So I think that is what it is doing.
yeah,
Yes. So let's try it
yeah,
how this works or how it is really right now.
yeah. Exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And this as well. Like, there's just two different agents. One is a helpful agent. One only speaks in haikus.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk to agent B is the prompt. And as soon as that agent is called, like it just gives a haiku. So it's very simple. You know, it's very intuitive how it's going to work
Mm-hmm.
in a way. So since agent A has this function that can transfer to agent B,
Uh-huh.
that's why this process in natural language is happening so smoothly.
Uh-huh.
So this is all figured out in the back end, like the LLM generates something and it understands that the user wants to talk to agent B, and we have a function that is linked to this agent which can transfer it to this function. So all this function does is it returns the agent B, and once the agent B is called, it only speaks in haikus. So there's
Haikus.
a three-line haiku here that is beautifully delivered by this agent.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, it's very simple and intuitive what it does, and I
Mm-hmm.
think this can be a lot helpful while for a lot of companies that use these sort of workflows, right, Aziz? Like,
I think it is quite interesting also as well because I
yeah,
was right now I was doing like Duolingo thing,
yeah,
and now if when someone wants to read or something like online conversation
yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing, we can just use this type of agent, I guess, because
yeah,
if I want to learn like German or anything, Spanish, French, anything like that. So if I want to speak to an agent, if we just
yeah,
give this glimpse of something and we just try to make like text to speech model or something like that, then in
yeah,
that case this will be much more useful, I guess. So
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
so there are many other issue also as well. Now if we want to just create an and like PPT or something
Yeah,
around it, and so we're just trying to convert using ChatGPT as at a point, and so if we want to just convert our conversation to our podcast or something like that, or
yeah,
CSV agent anything, we can just transfer that to other agent and other agent will do the thing. So this is good.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
Like, it's very seamless at this point, as in like the function calling, it's just you
Mhm.
just add one
Yes.
line and it's done. And
Yeah.
you can, since we can pass it on in a list, you can add multiple
Multiple
functions, and
things.
LLM is the one that decides which function to pass it into.
Yes.
And since LLMs have surpassed this level of language understanding, it's very seamless. Like, there's not much we have to do about it. As in, like,
But but
it's very simple.
first let's try this. I want to
Yeah,
just test this because in this function like transfer to the agent B, if you just
yeah,
write like transfer to anything, like
yeah.
transfer to something, not agent B, any other thing, then
Oh, yeah,
how
yeah.
will
Yeah, we can play around with it.
how will the
Like,
LLM try to decide what is good or what is bad?
yeah. So maybe we can start off with this. Like, it's just a simple agent. All
Mm-hmm.
it does is that it's a helpful agent. We can just run it, and
Mm-hmm.
I've printed out the response. So
Mm-hmm.
let's just see if this works.
I think it will be much more easier if you just do it Google Collab.
Uh, it might be easier that way, I think.
Uh, because we can just see the output in
That
the.
OpenAI API key. Should work. I think this does not work because I've not loaded the .env file here.
Mhm.
Just let's just chat GPT this.
It is dot env load env, I guess.
Hmm. I think Python.env is a default thing, right?
No, no, no.
That if people install it.
You need to install this. Please type in install python dot env.
Still not releasing. Hmm. Okay. Now it should work, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a simple process. I think it'll be easier if I do it right here because it's already set up now.
Yes.
Environment and shit. Yeah. So we can go ahead and maybe what we can do is copy this part and let's wiggle around with it.
Yes.
Hmm. It's done. Transfer to agent B. Agent. So let's try one more thing. Define. Maybe I can pass it one more function here. And then I want to talk
And
agent.
I want to add and I want to add two two digit
Yes.
numbers.
Yeah.
And one and two or something like this. This will run continuously.
Uh, it just returns a string, so it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Agent equals to agent A. Agent A has the power to return into
Uh,
calculation or agent B. So let's see what it'll do.
Place address and transfer request to the approval agent to access your revenue writing and variables. So what that is to
But I think I forgot how to pass it on to a function. But I think we can easily pass it on to a function that does things. Uh,
oh no.
wait, wait.
You need you just need to create an other agent as well, I guess.
It, maybe what I can do is I oh, does this work? I'm just trying to see. I've transferred you to the calculation agent if you need any of that. Um, this should return calc, in my opinion, but I don't think it is.
Because let's use the same example they have given, right? Because IQs.
Mm. So maybe if I want to do agent B, agent B with the pass the quality you need. So it is transferring to agent B.
Mhm. 2 plus 5.
Uh, to was,
Is giving.
but I'm sure this is done by agent A because it's a helpful agent.
So it should be.
Use of what this does is it just opens the transfer to Spanish agent. So we can just append it in this manner or the one that we used earlier. But it's just as simple. Like maybe I'm way deep into the development part, so I might not want to go here and add functions, but instead I would just do this. So this is fun too. It's good. So maybe what we can do is so this is in Spanish, but I want to try with this cat agent. Meow, meow. Ah, missed this part. Have to run the plant. Ah, just transferring it correctly.
So let's try it like in the part in the place the content. Let's see. I want to learn more about cats. How many breeds of the cats are there?
Okay. Maybe what I want to check this as well.
In place of the content in 46.
Yeah, so it's uh, the so if it ends in meow meow meow,
Mhm.
this is being called.
Mhm.
But if it does not, then it's just an English agent. So let's see what might be the inside cat's agent.
Ah, good.
Mhm. So the function call is being done very smoothly.
Why it not giving like it is not giving for
Huh?
calculation?
What?
In the type of the calculation type, why is not giving? So let's try with the calculation as well.
Ah, so the function calling exactly. So that's what you want to see, right?
Yes, for the calculation part we just did earlier.
Uh, maybe what happened is the wait. I think I got it. I found one example. I think. I think.
Just wait. I will see one more new thing. Like in place of
Ah, maybe what you can do is to transfer to calculation.
Mhm.
What you can do is uh, number one should be an int. Number two
Mhm.
should be an int as well. Just return an indentation. So just making it easy for it.
Mhm.
So number one, because all the LLM does is that it reads the natural language. So I guess if we do this, maybe it becomes easier. But I'm not sure. But let's just try. So I've done this. Now what we can do is we can append another transfer to calculation, uh, or maybe yeah, or maybe what we can do is perform addition, just making it easier
Mhm.
to understand. at this point. Now, what I want to do is add two numbers, one, two, and I can do this.
Uh-huh.
Yes, beautiful.
So this is good, but I just see one drawback here.
Yeah, what is that?
So in line 35 and 39, if we just
Yeah,
change transfer to Spanish agent to transfer to cat agent and just function name.
transfer to.
That's
Sorry.
if you just change like definition transfer to cat agent to transfer to Spanish agent. Like just
Okay.
change that cat to Spanish and in line 35 change that Spanish to cat. Now let's see in this case like you need to change the content as well.
Sorry. Huh?
You need to change the content as well. So
But I'm getting a transfer to cats. Asian cats. Okay.
and in the place of content
Content. What we can do
I want
is
to know
I
the
want
date.
to print this. So maybe I can copy some Spanish thing. Like,
You can just do like what how many breed of the cats are there as well.
rather than like I have this debugging statement right
uh,
here.
uh,
So let's just
mhm.
read. Yeah. It went inside the cat
It
agent.
went inside the cat
Uh,
agent but
it went inside the Spanish agent,
uh-huh.
but it returned the cat agent.
Mm-hmm.
But it did this,
Mm.
but it returned the meow
Yeah,
meow
so
meow.
we need to define our function as well properly.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so that is the
So the
drawback.
definition of the function is an
Yes,
integral part of how we
it's
want to make this flow.
so it should be very clear, and we
Yeah.
just need to define. So this is the example where that like we need to be smarter than AI, not AI to be smarter than us.
So AI will not rule us.
Yes,
We are the
yes,
ones
yes,
ruling them.
yes.
Yeah. Gotta be humble and gotta remember that always. Yeah. 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 Seamlessly is because it can understand the function's name.
Mhm.
So I think this highlights also another thing that is very important part of software engineering is that you have to write readable code.
Yes.
Yeah, like this helps a lot, and now it's even being transferred on to these AI workflows as well.
So mostly what defines the agent here is like function name,
Yeah,
and if name of the function is like not anything relevant, then the operation that the agent will do will be irrelevant.
yeah. Maybe what even for more debugging purposes, you can even do is check.
At one and two.
Should work as well. I just think, yeah,
Uh-huh.
see, seamless.
Mhm.
Shows that this LLM understands that this function
Mhm.
performs addition because clearly the name, and that it requires two numbers to perform that.
Mhm.
So what if I just say add one? What does that do to this?
Uh-huh.
But I need two numbers to proceed. Beautiful.
This is good, interesting.
Yeah.
What if we just do like subtract two numbers, one.
Subtract two numbers.
Mhm.
Okay. I think this normal agent will do that work.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
Subtract, subtract. Yeah. See how that works. So this is the normal agent talking. There's no print statement being drawn here. Interesting, interesting. Maybe this, but maybe this or that. But I remember Andre Karpathy talking some years back. I think it was a year or two ago, saying that Asians will be the future of it. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting there. I think.
Yes, soon. But it is mostly changed the agents would work, like right. In other
Yeah.
case like AutoGPT, we just talk about earlier. AutoGPT
Yeah.
performs similar, but the I, and also it is interesting to note that how much does the cost will occur if we just try to do like book a flight or something like this.
Yeah.
Where the
Yeah.
tax of the agent would be very big for the day-to-day life activities. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that case,
I don't know. Like it's just a trade-off, right? Like
mhm,
at what point using the natural language is better, and at what point like just doing the manual work is better. Like in
yes,
case of booking flights and stuff, you might just want to go up and just like you have the tendency to just search the cheapest flight to from this point to this point, and
mhm,
it might do the work for you. But I guess like there are more complex things when coming while you're doing the flight search and booking a flight because
mhm.
you might want to check in for discount coupons or you might have some
Yeah. Also,
redeemable card that you want
mhm,
to use. So that might not be possible.
mhm.
Uh,
Also, what is interesting is the OpenAI will not release this model anywhere soon, right? And
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
part these agents should work better is like open source model. So
yeah,
can open source model will be able to distinguish these features? I want to know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that is an interesting point that you
Because
put
if
in
open
because
source model were able to do this, then it is quite good because everything will be faster to build,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
I think the paid version of the Mistral or Cloud
yeah,
and OpenAI, and these are the three dominating right now. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
to
think
mhm,
I think I can speak from experience of a lot of developers as well
mhm,
that the performance uh, of the open source models,
mhm.
like I know they're doing really good now, but like still it's not on par with the level
The
that
OpenAI,
ChatGPT or even like cloud is at the top right now. Like I think it gives the best output, but it's
mhm.
very the free tire is very shitty, like
Yes, yes.
five prompts and you're out
Uh-huh.
kind of thing. But like the open source models, like they haven't reached this level yet. Like as in the benchmarks, you might see them performing really well, but that does not always transpire to a flawless model. That is because in the case of ChatGPT and Cloud, they do a lot of RLHF stuff. Like there are two huge organizations that just keep iterating the model, making it better and better. So there's a lot of reinforcement learning happening. They have a lot of labor data that they outsource to many small countries with cheap labor. So yeah, that's what open source models are lacking at the
Yes, open source model will lack anything like the I
yeah,
first of all I don't believe that benchmark score as well because anyway
yeah,
the open source model try to beat OpenAI models, but when you just try to perform the comparison between two models by
yeah,
testing the the results are far better than, far worse of our open
Yeah.
source model to than OpenAI.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
definitely,
benchmark
definitely.
doesn't really care about. I don't really care about the benchmark right now.
Yeah, I think moving forward from the benchmark, like even this discussion, uh,
Also the models from like Chinese and Japanese
yeah,
models, the benchmark, they say the benchmark beat OpenAI. So when we just try to do uh, the test around it, the result is so bad that we can just not
yeah,
use it in the production or something like this.
yeah, yeah. I think yeah, definitely. Like you would need a lot of analysis stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with the benchmark and stuff, like natural language is pretty hard to figure out for the models itself. And even for coding stuff, like I don't think anybody would be open to using maybe Mistral instead of
Yeah.
OpenAI's
Uh,
ChatGPT 4.0 Mini, or Gemini Flash might even do a better job than a Mistral
yes.
70p.
Yes.
For sure, man, for sure.
Uh, and I will not be wasting our model just for me to chat with it for our coding day-to-day activities.
Yeah,
So it will be
yeah,
useless as well.
yeah. I mean, every year, like these days, the I think they've reduced the API costs as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
the API costs of these models, they're decreasing by the year, man. Like every time a new model comes out, it's getting much cheaper. Like Google's doing it with Gemini Flash. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a very small model, it costs you less, but the performance is up there with everybody else. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's GPT-4o Mini, similarly good. But I think the recent one, the reasoning model that they released, ChatGPT, I think that's a little expensive. And I
Mm-hmm.
think yeah, that's the price you have to pay for thinking.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah,
Now the fight between the Bistro and everything like Claude and ChatGPT, so the benefit is for the end user
yeah, yeah,
because the cost they used to pay earlier now is little less.
yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah. I found this interesting example regarding the airline.
mm-hmm.
Uh, I think what it does is that it has an airline uh, agent.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can definitely do something similar. Like we can have multiple agents, and we can think of a use case for our next video. Like
Mm-hmm.
for the intro part, I think this is enough for now.
Yeah, it is enough, I guess. I was just showing the basic of something something isn't Swarm isn't.
Yeah,
So in the next video, let's try doing something more interesting. Like we can just try to build a research agent
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
a price
definitely.
comparator agent, which just solves the internet for us for the least amount of the price for an iPhone 16 as well. So that will
Yeah,
be much
yeah,
more easier for our users as well. And so
yeah,
let's try building that in our next video.
yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye
Okay, bye.
bye. Bye.